going on? Douchey here. I'm gonna answer a question by Prince James, but I'm gonna do it on video. He asks, the shiver I get after hooking up to things like the energy transference. Is it me shaking it off? And should I be holding it in? Or is the shaking supposed to be happening, kind of thing? I'm assuming. This is what came through, James. There are many roads to take in any endeavor, and just as all expeditions have new things that will be discovered, in need of a name and a detailed definition for scientific purposes, our journey is unfolding new territory that is up to the explorers' creative articulations from their depictive, joint, and similar experiences, based on numerous perspectives and vantage points to be defined. Charting the courses through the maze. What will we find here? What will we find there? What lies ahead for our tests of honor, strength, and will? Is it better if we veer left, up, right, or down, left, for the best application of teachings here or there? What about here? What about there? What are the options, right? Is there more than one? Are some better than others? Can we try them all? Is there any we should stay away from? Basically saying, is it safe? And can it be quicker, a different way? Can anything slow me down? Do I have control over it? Do I have control over some of it? Any of it? How do I tell the difference between? How do I tell which ones will lead me where I want to go, or where I need to be? In truth, there is only one destination. No avoiding it. Period. Pause. We are just doing that. Making pit stops along the way, like everyone else. Yes, like everyone else is. All of them. Sightseeing along the tour of duty, basically, while the guides both spiritually and physically explain what we are seeing at each stop along the way, directly and through channel inspiration. Yes, you feel ups, downs, twists, and turns. All roads lead to one destination. That's it. We are witnessing the unfolding of history with a front row seat. We get a more funneled version of what the data will look like when it spreads out over the field, because we are the source of its bulk form, the generators. How would an extremely huge amount of data look if it was spinning, grouped together in a condensed form at the bottom of a tornado tip, all squeezed into a pinpointed space of source? Extremely concentrated and powerful is what it would look like. Good thing, small packages, powerful. Concept in action for those still close to the sources of the spikes in voltage readings. when the data spreads, slowly spinning up the spiral, it has more room to travel to make its full rotation, and begins to paint a bigger picture that can be seen from a distance. In other words, we see the condensed version of the rise and fall, where power is electrified and being generated. We are creating power. The shiver can be many things. The shiver can be anything you want it to become, because it is new territory. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What can you do with it? Does it have consequences? Can they be avoided? Can it be used for something better? What is it? What are you doing with it? I think is less important than what it is that you are experiencing in the first place. The Shiver, powerful energy inside being activated, just being active. It is rapid friction, access to higher mode of transportation, rapid flux, high-speed movement capability, if harnessed. What stimulates it? How much can it be stimulated? Can we gain will over which body parts feel the hyperactive movement, and more specifically, if we can take it there? Where? You know where. Zoom. Be mindful of your human shell, being affected by your divine mind. The human shell is fragile, precious, and is your baby to protect. For example, your heart has tolerance levels before alerts will go off and shut down connections when needed on reflex. Many times, when you feel like you've made a mistake, it is just because you are forced to drop down again. And you think that you slipped, but you were actually pushed. Your mind is evolving, and yet your physical form is slightly behind the mind and can only endure certain levels of mind's output of energy and input of applications before it is to push you down and take a break from the exercise. Your mind by nature exercises your body, and recently you are pushing your body to places it is not used to going to. In my will, nothing matters until it matters. In my will, nothing matters until it matters. In my will, nothing matters until it matters. Matters until it matters. Most think they understand that last sentence until they finally figure it out. Nothing matters until it matters. What do you think? The shiver is doing. Boom. That's what it's doing now. To you. Your opinion matters. To yourself. Whether you believe that or not. And you listen to yourself. All the time. The very moment any event or experience is active, you are the one who is in charge of reason. You decide it. You know you do. Free will. All the way energy. Boom. That's what it did. You start to feel something else and you think to yourself, I hope it doesn't mess up. Boom. It messed up. That new something that you were feeling was defined differently. And that it may have went higher or better. But we are the ones in charge, so it is our every word that counts. Not just the sugar, darlings. Every word, the whole kit and caboodle is our preference, and it is the honest truth. This is why I say, find the good, find God, find the good, find God, find the good, find God, find the good, find God. In those moments of divine nature, as a creator, you are in charge of the gavel for your own emotions. Choose when it is time to get excited, when it is time to get happy, and other positive emotions to choose from, all of out of the options to choose from. Options. There is a good reason for everything. Options. I promise you this, so if something came across as bad options, I implore you to search for a positive option, reason for its existence, so the next time it makes its rotation options around the higher levels of external energy, it can have a new supporter and friend to its light of options. Things that are judged as criminal accounts must hide in shadow until vindicated. Become their fan, and they will walk in the light. Become a fan of life in all walks. Become a fan of experience in all fashions. Become a fan of energy power in all forms. Do this, and the higher we shall climb. When all work as a team instead of opposing forces pushing and pulling against each other, creating the flux friction of gravity surrounding the entire group. We are seen as one big family, connected by unseen force.